Hi, this is Anna.
Ever since I saw Paul with Back Bedroom Art do Mario in diamond art, but in resin, I've always wanted to try some of my cross-stitch items with the diamond art gems, also in resin. So I pulled out some of these. I went to grab my mold and check. It fits, so that would be perfect. There is one problem. These are a little tinier spaces than the diamond art is, but this will give me a basic diagram. I was counting up trying to use the actual diagram in back and this grid sheet, and that ended up being bigger than my box. And I want to keep it this size because this is the perfect size for a coffee coaster. So I'll stick with the original drawings and I'll just freelance it. It'll be on the bottom. I've got the colors. I just simply do the outline in a certain color and then fill in as I need. I think we can do it without having to actually fit everything perfectly within little boxes. We'll give it a try. This one seems to be the simplest and kind of cute, so I'll try with this one first and see how it goes. If that does work, I have a whole lot because I like doing these things. This is my favorite, the rose. And I definitely will want to do one of these. Lots of different colors. I have done this in just changing out colors in, I'd say I've probably done, a good 15 to 20 of these things. And then I have some other ones. Definitely would want to do that one and definitely this one. And then I would pick out from all the ones that are left. You see all the kind of different whatevers. And find something else. I come up with a nice set of coasters. Definitely these four. Start with the easiest one first and see what I come up with. So, first step, I need to pour a tiny, tiny little layer. Just barely coat the bottom of this to give me something to put the diamond art on. So let's get to pouring. Ready to do the pour in here. I finally ordered and in some of the 91% isopropyl alcohol. I saw a video that was sent to me about using it to get rid of bubbles and to help get something out of the mold. I did try it on another mold that I did recently because I just got it in, and it worked. I got the item out of the mold very easily and no bubbles. So I poured it into this little sprayer. It's what I had available. So give the mold a good squish. I have my resin mixed up. It's sitting, waiting for some of the bubbles in it to move its way up. And all I need, like I says, is a very, very thin layer. So I don't need to pour too much in. And that should be enough. Get the drip off. Like I says, all I need is a thin layer at the bottom. Let's see how we're doing. And see how much of a layer I've got. Maybe a tad more. It doesn't seem like much once it's evened out. So I'll pour some more in. Take care of the drip. And there are a lot of bubbles in here, so I'm going to give this a try. Just spritz on top, which is what they say to do. And I'm not going to use the heat, which I didn't on the last one. And this is supposed to help eliminate those bubbles. And it kind of looks like it has already. So we'll let this dry, and I'll give it another look once it's cured and see how it looks. It is time to start putting the gems in. The resin has cured. And I did put some glue in already. Yep. So I'm going to start with the black on the antenna. For that I'm using round gems. On the other ones I will be using square. And this is what's going to be difficult because I'm trying to do it in camera. Speeding up just a little bit for you. Setting the gems in. Now I've had to turn it up so I could see it. So it's at an angle. And if you look really, really close, you'll notice the gems, some of them are sliding down. As I come around, you'll notice I'll have to go back and set some of the items because they're in the wrong place. I've now switched over to the square diamond art gems and I'm starting to put them in. It's very difficult to do with the camera, so I'm going to stop now, do it off camera. So what I've done is I did them off cameras and been taking still pictures, finished the body, one wing, second wing. Next time I forgot and did both wings together. And starting in on the flower, doing some of the petals, some of the other petals, starting in on the green now. No, finishing up the petals. Now I'm starting in on the green and the leaves. Last leaf in place. Butterfly is done. I'm not going to turn it because it's still wet. I went through and straightened some things up because of my turning it to get into it, move some things around. But this is how it's going to stay. And I'm ready to let the glue dry. I will let the glue fully dry and then I will pour the final layer on top of this and my coaster will be done. And I said I'd sprayed these and the other ones came. Oh, this is a whole lot nicer. So I want to see if it's as easy to get out the difficult because I've got this head of the mushroom to go over. Might be easier without the gloves. There we go. Okay, stop shaking. Try it without the gloves. Well, that one came out easy. Last time took me forever under soap and water. Put that aside to be washed up. Now the really hard one, because it's got the bigger head, but we'll give it a try too. And it's definitely coming off the sides. And this is from using that alcohol first. It is breaking free. And out. Now it took forever and I had to use a lot of force. I'm definitely going to be using that alcohol in my molds a whole lot more now. And hard to tell because of the glitter whether there's any bubbles or not. But I'm not seeing any. Came out pretty though, the different colors. Nice little mushrooms. And the other things I did, because I had leftover. And these will need cleaned up. Gonna come out, there we go. But yeah. Again, hard to tell with the glitter, but not seeing any bubbles in these either. So, my seal of approval, use the alcohol. Now, you saw that I finished gluing the gems down. It is now time to put that last little layer on. Put my gloves back on. Grab the alcohol. Squirts in the container. All I need is just enough to cover the gems. Pour slowly. Give it a moment to even out and take a look. I have enough of a layer. What I was doing off camera, unfortunately, was just checking to see whether or not I was over. Got a bubble there. So now that it's poured in, let's give it a squirt on top to get rid of any of the other bubbles. And that can sit and cure and finish up. And what you might kind of see to the side here, I figured I would have, well, let me take it off the form. For making scratchers, this is for any excess. So I've got the items I want in there sitting there so I don't have to go hunting. And these are the few that I made out of my last excess when I poured. And I will be showing a whole lot more scratchers made because it's time to find good homes for them. And I'll tell you how in a later video. Or if you really do want them, email me. The address is in my description. And tell me if you want one of them. But hello, it's cured out of the mold. And get the glare from the light off of it. I did end up with one big bubble sitting right here. I think that's because maybe I pushed it and the glue wasn't quite dried yet and it was a reaction. Because I don't see any bubbles anywhere else. Oh, a couple more tiny ones. Again, right where the glue is at, like where my finger is moving here. So remember that the next time, be a little more patient. Give it a couple of days to dry, especially if like that we're in the middle of this high humidity because we still got the storms going. But I like it, which shows that I can take my cross stitch, turn it into diamond art, and turn that into resin art. So I hope you enjoyed this little journey with me, and I will, when I find time in my schedule, do the next one, and I'll show you how that one went. So, appreciate, give me that thumbs up, and wherever you're at, have a good day, good night, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! And if you enjoyed my video, please press the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't, and the notification bell so you know when my next video is out. Thank you!